All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there. So first we have to decide how much do we want to find out. So let's say in this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
Hello, happy Thursday, everyone. Thank y'all for joining me. Please hit that thumbs up button as you're coming in. Appreciate y'all so much. Let's see who here. Hey, Fancy. Hey, Vera. Hey, Elaine. Hey, Carol. Hey, Connie, Mina, Paulette, Hidley. Is Sylvia here? Sylvia? Her Squaty hooks came, and I should actually have a picture. Yeah, here it is. I've blurred her face for privacy reasons, but she got her Squaty hooks, her hat. It's the first one that arrived, and also the cute little gift that Rahini made. Also, all of the Squaty hooks come with an extra cute little gift that Rahini has kindly made, and this one came with a pair of earrings. They're all different in their own little way. This one's actually a pair of earrings, and of course Rahini has made loads of these, so you can still buy them. And yeah, I think by the time I finally got around to choosing the ones that are going to be gifted, we probably would have raised like $100 by then. So thank you to everybody who has bought them. Thank you for your patience, because obviously for the option that is the most affordable, it's 3 to 6 weeks shipping, and it has actually taken the full 6 weeks. There's some that are still in customs. They're in their respective countries, but they're in customs. But thank you to everyone who has bought them so far, and they are arriving. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for being a member for 32 months. Wow, it's like 2+ years. Can you believe I've been doing this podcast almost daily? For that long, like every single time somebody's membership comes up and it's like 26 months, 32 months, I'm like, oh my God. Seriously, like it surprises me every single time. Well, we're gonna keep going. I'm not going anywhere yet. Don't worry. Meghan is about to give us plenty to talk about. So yeah, thank you so much, Elaine Pa. All right, so that was the Squatty hooks done. Next, asever.com. Please do go and sign up to the newsletter. There's been a whole bunch of stuff about the As Ever logo and the trademark and the copyright, and I'm not going to cover that because it's nonsense. Every so often, you just have to go, do you know what? It's nonsense. I'm not covering it. It's nonsense. There was a whole thing about the Spanish mayor of some town where the logo kind of looks similar. Well, it's marketing, it's business. A lot of logos look similar to each other. As long as there are subtle changes on the logo and it's in a different business and it's trademarked for a different thing, it's usually fine. And Meghan has the best lawyers, I'm sure. So whatever to all of that. Just whatever. Nonsense. I actually think that these people are furious because they feel like they've been duped. Remember that in the video that Meghan released, she said that she had As Ever from 2022. So she actually had that already down. And the jams with the American Riviera Orchid logo, that was last year. That was 2024. So it could actually be that that was just a red herring, a flying monkey, to distract the derangers and the tabloids. Because she even says, I'm surprised we managed to keep it a secret for so long. So they were all focusing on the jams and on Aro. That's why you have Mark Bukowski, who apparently is the UK's leading PR person. Rubbish. He wrote like a book years ago. I actually picked up this book, funnily enough, and I had to stop reading after a few pages. I think it was called The Fame Formula. One of the dumbest books I ever read. It was like, for somebody who's meant to be one of the leading PR people in the UK, it was such a stupid and badly written book. He's opened his yuck mouth once or twice to talk about Meghan. And he said this: Mark Bukowski, arguably Britain's leading PR guru and crisis manager. I would say he's more of a crisis manager than a PR guru. Has said he believes the U-turns are all clever tactics to get publicity. These people don't know what authenticity is. Everything is a game to them because they like to play games. So everything Meghan is doing is a game. Granted, I do think perhaps on this occasion she did outsmart them, but she's just minding her business and doing her business. Because they believe that they're the leading PR and guru crisis manager. So Meghan must be playing tactics. Because their range is... These people don't know what range is. He told Mail Online, of course he spoke to the Daily Fail. This isn't an identity crisis. It's a business model. Meghan isn't floundering, she's fluctuating on purpose. The perpetual reinvention, the strategic vagueness is all by design. I don't think there's anything vague here. I believe it's called moving in silence, because that's what power is. It's called silence. Perpetual reinvention, I guess he's referring to the fact that she can do different things. It's called being multi-talented, multifaceted, multi-layered. It's called having range. It's new to y'all. You don't know what it is. So it all seems very different and tactical and a business model. You know, maybe it is a business model, but it's one that a lot of celebrities follow. Like, nothing about this is new. The language here is actually very important because it's designed to make Meghan look manipulative. Manipulative, being presented as like in a negative way. She's actually just being a smart businesswoman, but they're presenting it as, you know, being manipulative, trying to outsmart the institution. I mean, it wouldn't be difficult, would it? He goes on to say, no, it's a TV show. No, it's jam. No, it's vague, atmospheric brand called as ever. Yeah, it's called having range. She's doing different things. Their beans on toast brains cannot understand the concept of range and being multi-talented because they're not. They're basic as hell. The more unpredictable she is, the harder it is to take her down. Oh, so you admit now that you were literally just trying to take her down. Well, thank you for saying it, finally. We have it in writing. We've known it for the last 6 years. But now the so-called Britain's leading PR guru is saying it out loud. Saying the loud part out louder. She's not trying to be goop. She's trying to be a mystery. The product she's selling, endless curiosity about Meghan Markle. So maybe she's not losing control of her narrative. Maybe we are. There. Admitted it. Admitted defeat. Is that defeat I hear being admitted? And, you know, when he says she's not losing control, maybe we are. Who's the we? The we, I believe, is the haters. That's the we. Maybe we are. Maybe we're losing control. The haters, the tabloid press, the institution. The turkey-necked double-chin toads who make a living scraping the bottom of the barrel hating on Harry and Meghan. That's the we here. Hang on a sec. Sorry, someone came in the room. Yes, this is the we. This is the we who are losing control. Do you know what, folks? I'm actually in my living room and the washing machine is going off. Let me know if the washing machine is annoying you. Because if the washing machine is annoying you, I can actually move to another room. Let me know. Or I can just stop the washing machine. Because I've just realized it's actually quite loud. Like it just went into a spin. You can't hear the washing machine? Are you sure, Julia? Are you absolutely? Because it's actually it's loud for me, and I don't want it to be loud for y'all. Just give me a sec. Let me just come in here. Ooh. Give me one sec, folks. You hear nothing. Okay. That's okay. If you're saying that you can't hear the washing machine, that's fine. Then I don't need to move. But just give me like one moment. Okay, I've just like moved to another room just in case, because I just felt like it was really loud. However, it's now quite echoey in this room. So let me know how the sound is in this room, because if it's too echoey, I'll just I'll just move back. Recently like moved to a new place and sometimes it's difficult trying to navigate like oh, oh. So, okay, now you're saying you can't hear? Oh, you can't hear it, but you can hear me, right? I hear the sound of people losing control. My washing machine is like the sound of people losing control. Okay, let's carry on. Yeah, like Meghan has moved on. Like these people are weird as hell. All right. Also, one moment, folks. So sorry about that, folks. Just like trying to move around and there's people in the house. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Yeah, so we actually hit like 2 million followers on Meghan's personal Instagram. RO is still sitting like just over 630,000, which is great. It'll probably, hit 1 million in a few months. But yeah, her personal account hit 2 million, which is absolutely amazing. I feel like in let's give it to the end of the year. I think we'll get to like 10 million. We'll get to 10 million for sure. No doubt in my mind. That's now remember when she stopped her Instagram the first time when she joined the family, the Unroyal Mafia, she was at 3 million. So she's almost back to where she was royal life. So, you know, Meghan, she has her freedom now. She has her freedom and she has her platform. And a lot of the jealousy just comes down to the fact that the others can't seem to, can't get anything right. I mean, I actually had no idea about this. This is a report from 2015, and it's about Kate Middleton's plan for a kids' clothing company that failed because of debts. So she set up a children's clothing company, had to drop it because of debt problems. This was apparently alleged in a book. I don't know whose book this was, one of these royal reporter types. But it wouldn't surprise me because obviously of Carol's party pieces, so they probably would have wanted to extend it. And so you can see where some of the jealousy would come from. Also, before actually, should I get onto that first, or should we? Yes, let's actually get onto this incredible BuzzFeed article that someone did. BuzzFeed has always been on the right side of history, by the way. They've done some incredible articles. So I'm going to read this one. One sec, folks. Okay, so let's read this. Meghan Markle is finally free, and I genuinely couldn't be happier for her. Aren't we all? She has her voice back, and I, for one, can't hear what she has to say. Meghan is free to wear open-toe shoes, free to walk in front of her husband. A nice little dig at the Unroyal Mafia. Prince Harry at public events, and most importantly, free to pick up where she left off. When it comes to the glittering career she carved for herself long before she got whisked into British royalty and became a tabloid punching bag. On January 1st, Meghan marked the new year with a brand new Instagram page that quickly gained over 1 million followers. Since then, she has used her social media presence for both work-related endeavors and to share personal glimpses into her family life. And it didn't take long for the Duchess to show she's no longer afraid of going against convention, with Meghan posting a reel to commemorate the life of her beloved rescue dog, Guy. Sharing intimate photos and speaking candidly, getting rid of that stiff upper lip, right? Using her platform to raise awareness about the LA fires, and unashamedly spoke about how she used her celebrity connections to get in touch with Billie Eilish so that she could bring happiness to one of the singer's fans who lost her treasured merch in the fire, posting about Invictus Games, a perfect mishmash of personal and professional. And I think that's ultimately what we're going to get, a mishmash of the personal and professional. I just can't wait. We almost never thought that we would be back here. And, in all of this, I really do respect Harry and Meghan's patience, because all of this took so much patience to just wait for the right moment. It's not anything that could have been rushed. Everything that's happened had to happen the way it has done in the time frame that it has done. Oh, Faith, it's your birthday. You are 47 years young. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy born day. Okay, so that is that. Congrats to Meghan for 2 million on the gram. Next thing I wanted to mention. Oh, Mindy Kaling, by the way. Friend of Meghan, she now has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Can you imagine if they gave Meghan a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Oh my God. Okay, here's a question for you. If they did give her a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, do you think she would take it? I mean, I feel like, listen, anything she does, she's going to be criticized. But it would be the first time a royal has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, right? I mean, sometimes they give commemorative ones. Did they like give Diana one? I don't think they did. But do you think she would take it? I mean, I don't see why she wouldn't, but people would throw up a stink. Anyway, Mindy Kaling, who has her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, actually did an interview with Time, and she mentioned that Meghan is not in any way fussy or has any expectations or fanciness. And I get that vibe. I feel like Meghan's the type of person, like, she brings the glamour, but she doesn't, she doesn't like expect everybody else to be a certain way. She just wants people to be their authentic self, because like effortless glamour is her authentic self, but she's not out here like expecting, you know, all of the things from you. She just wants her friends to feel comfortable. One sec, folks. Okay. Let's see what you're saying in the comments. And somebody said quite rightly, where was it now? That the British tabloids should just admit defeat. Admit defeat. You've lost. I mean, Kate released these pictures by the kids, and it didn't even trend. Meghan's As Ever was trending over Doctor Who. Almost 10 times over Doctor Who, by the way. 10 times the mentions. Very interesting with these pictures. They've drawn Kate, no sign of William. Rather interesting. Let's get into another story. The Daily Fail. Always failing with lies, and now also failing their staff. No surprises. There is a writer, at the moment unnamed writer, although I have my suspicions as to who this is, but for the lawyers listening, I'm not going to say the name. There is an unnamed writer who is being accused of being a sexual predator. And a Good Law Project is raising funds to help represent the individual actually bringing forward this case. So the last time I checked, they've raised just under 15,000 from 896 donations, which is amazing. I mean, a lot of people want to bring the Daily Fail down, so please do donate. But let's have a read of this, because I mean, this pretty much tracks with tabloids. We all remember with Dan Whatnot and the Sun also, protecting him and others, and you having to really just put up with a toxic environment when you're working at these tabloids. They're just not nice places to work. You've literally got to destroy your soul. Anyway, so for many months, Good Law Project has been working to help a young man, so it's a young man, who has been denied justice after he was sexually assaulted by a star journalist at the Daily Fail. I mean, I feel like we know who the star journalists at the Daily Fail are, the names that pop up. So I have my suspicions. I actually have my suspicions of one man and a woman. I think it could either be a man or a woman. The young man who works for the publisher of the Mail, and who we shall call X, was groped by the journalist who we are only naming as J. The Daily Mail Group has previously received a complaint of sexual assault from J, at least one other young man. It knows he was sent unwanted sexual images to at least one other young man. These are not the only victims of J, who Good Law Project has spoken. Okay, so there's more victims. The report of Jay's sexual misconduct have been circulating for well over a decade. It is an open secret. You know, it's almost as if it's required for you to be a perv. Like, you can't just be a normal person working at these places. And I think there's an element to which they prefer it if you were, because those are the only people who are willing to do the dirty work. When the Good Law Project first got involved, the Daily Fail group had run an investigation dismissing X's complaint without even interviewing him. It's easy to behave this way when you're dealing with someone who doesn't have the money to take you on. It feels more important to protect the talent than to protect the junior colleagues they prey upon. And it shouldn't have to cost you so much money to get justice, especially when the people that can pay for injustice have the money. This is how The Observer behaved when it confronted it with a number of complaints about Nick Cohen's sexual misconduct. And you might also remember the BBC being hammered in a front page of 2nd of December 2024 that said BBC was warned 4 times about Wallace in, yes, the Daily Mail. So they're happy to put, front page, or put on their front page of other organizations where misconduct is being reported, but they don't want to investigate their own. It's standard conduct because the victims can't afford to tool up. But Good Law Project has hired for X an expert legal team by one of the foremost employment law cases in the country. And having learned of Good Law Project's involvement, the Daily Mail Group has at last started to change its tune, but it's too little too late. We want justice for X, and in a public and open forum, Jay needs to be named. Name him. How sweet would this be in the lead up to Harry's court case? Name him or her. Sorry, him or her. It could be a she. And we want the Mail held to account for protecting a serial sexual predator. So we have helped X start the proceedings, amen, against both the Daily Fail and Jay himself in the Employment Tribunal for Disability Discrimination, Whistleblowing and Victimization. We plan to publish his grounds of claim and the names of X and J just as soon as we can. But meanwhile, we need your help. Taking on the might of the Mail is going to be very expensive indeed. Please, if you'd like to see them held to account, we need your help. If you have suffered sexual misconduct at the Daily Fail group, you can get in touch with us securely. So it's not, now I'm looking at it, it's now at 17,000. Let me post the link in the don't donate to me today. Donate to the Good Law Project. Here's the link. Give me a sec. Let me just log in. I love this. I absolutely can. Yes, name him or her. Name them. This will be the perfect beatdown in the lead up to Harry's case. There's the link. I'm going to pin it up the top. Don't donate to me today. Donate to Good Law Project, and remember to put Sussex Squad. So they know. So the Daily Fail know that we are donating to bring them down. There, it's pinned to the top. Donate, donate, donate. Horrid. Absolutely horrid. Okay, I feel like I didn't give Invictus enough love because I didn't report that well on Invictus. I do apologize. It was just such a busy and tiring week. I saw this coming up on my feed. They've been thanking their partners. I didn't know this, but there was like some snack cafeteria area that looked really amazing for the athletes and the volunteers. Boeing, Atco, still major collaborators. And I'm sure more will come on board by the next Invictus. It's great to see some big companies' names there. Dettol, Air Canada, Amazing. Failure where? Power couple Harry and Meghan are. Also, meanwhile, best caption wins. What's going on here? Now, to be honest, this is just how the photo's been taken. It almost looks like Camilla's being dragged by this woman. She's actually not. But best caption wins for this. This was an evening for celebrating theatre. And our auntie here came in her best dress. Like, wow. Got lit and turned it up for Camilla. Also, the Not My King folk have been posting about the royals and their engagements and their lack of work. And and they're basically just calling out how ridiculous it is that these are even called engagements. So he's saying, Graham Smith, who's the head of the Not My King folk, I spoke to someone who was at royal reception recently. Charles walked through the room making small talk for 20 minutes and then left. Their engagements are a joke. And that's pretty much what happens, to be honest. They don't work. They really don't work. I mean, this is Charles's work, January 1st to February. Wasn't the Queen? I mean, mind you, it was still the same 20-minute to an hour type events. All that, to be honest, I think maybe the Queen did slightly longer ones, but she had a much more packed schedule than this. One phone call on Friday the 3rd. Phone call with Trudeau on Friday the 10th. Visited a museum near his home in Scotland on Monday the 20th. A dinner on the 7th. Dinner with who? They actually put dinner there? Oh, no wonder they were so stressed from the very beginning that Meghan would overshadow them. Because it's not easy to overshadow this. Mind you, I've always said that I would not have an issue with the royals if they weren't being funded with the amount of money that they're being funded by. The social class structure that they keep intact was dismantled, where it's like they're at the top and everything that is in proximity to them gets put at the top of the food chain and the top of the social class hierarchy. If you took away the social class hierarchy, if you took away the amount of money they get, if you took away the Commonwealth, and you just made them these fancy baubles where they can go to their little receptions without getting $500 million a year, I wouldn't care. You'd never hear me talking about them ever again. But ain't no way we're spending $500 million in the middle of a cost of living crisis, in the middle of inflation, and this is all the so-called work that the royals are doing. Mind you, they never did work. Hey. Anywho, let's go to comments and then we will wrap things up. Alan Vernon, member for 28 months. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate all of the members. All right, let's get through the comments and then we'll wrap things up. Oh, no problem, Faith. I hope you had a fantastic birthday. And Lewis, you said those photos of the cake kids, no one wants to analyze those kids' drawing. But if it was about the Sussex children, the experts' analysis would be on their case indeed. I mean, there's a lot of interesting things that you could pick on in those drawings, but I'm not even going to go there. But those drawings actually do say a lot. These British men accused of abuse never really faced charges. The UK public need to demand better. Indeed, you see it over and over and over again, whether it's the Daily Mail, the Sun, the BBC especially. I mean, if there's anything the BBC is consistent at, is covering up for abusers. Those kids' drawings give off an aura of sadness. They do. Yeah, Pervert's hiding in plain sight. I mean, he's been at the Daily Mail for 10 years. So that whittles it down a bit. Rahini, who is Jay? British Squaty say the name so Anne doesn't have to. I mean, there's a few people who it could be, but I got my guess on one particular, a guy, but it could also be a woman. It doesn't specify, but I do think it's a guy, and I think I know who it is. But they're saying that they're gonna name him and the victim. So let's not get the lawyers involved on this channel. He'll be named soon. Sandra, you said to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a celebrity must meet certain criteria and be nominated by a fan or other supporter. The celebrity must also agree to attend the star's dedicated ceremony. Okay, that's interesting. Thank you, Sandra. But do you think she would? Avid reader, yes, Sandra. Usually the star's official fan club is a group that raises the money for the Walk of Fame's. Okay, I'm gonna have to research this. I didn't know that. I thought there was like, I thought maybe it was the SAG organization or something, or like the like people involved in the Oscars. Okay, so the Star's official fan club. Hmm. Will that explain why there's some celebrities who, despite being bigger stars, don't have? I mean, presumably also their PR people can probably campaign for a star, right? I'm gonna look into that. That's quite interesting. I didn't know about the fan element. I mean, these are the people in the tabloids, but Meghan was expected to be close to them. Meghan was expected to offer her children up. Gross. All right, folks. I'm gonna wrap things up there. Thank you. As always, there's a couple of other things that I need to cover that I haven't yet. But I'm gonna do them in a separate podcast because we're going up almost an hour now. Black Queen, a member for 14 months, but been here for 3 years. Yes, I know you have. I know you have. You're always buying them coffees. Appreciate you, Queen. You are a queen indeed. And I see those 5 coffees. Thank you so much. Thanks as always. As ever. Thanks as ever. Oh, appreciate you so much, Black Queen. I'm still dreaming of my Squaty face to face. We have to think of a way to maybe like do it privately. Or we just have like a big open like Sussex Squad global party, and if you want to show your face, you can show your face. But if not, that's fine. Maybe we could just hear you. All right, folks, enjoy the rest of your day. And now I'm not doing anything tomorrow, so I am around. So we definitely will have a podcast, maybe even 2, because I'm behind on a few things. Ciao, y'all.